good morning, everyone, precious brothers and sisters. Gather around, grab your coffee. Here's the headline for today, March 28th, 2013. Earth opens up in massive landslide on Whidbey Island off the coast of Washington. Alright, March 28th, 2013. A chunk of Whidbey Island off the coast of Washington slid into the water early this morning, forcing the evacuation of 34 homes. At one home at the new cliff edge, a steady stream of soil can be seen leaking out from beneath the building. Authorities are continuing to monitor a house where there's still slide activity as dirt continues to slough off the cliff, said Central Whidbey Island Fire and Rescue Chief Ed Harton. Fire and rescue went to a home around 4 a.m. this morning in Cooperville on Whidbey Island, Washington, to find it had been pushed off its foundation. The earth is moaning. The earth is groaning. The earth is coming apart. Harton told ABCnews.com that when he arrived, the home was already a considerable distance down the cliff by the water. The landslide stretched across 400 to 500 yards, and the earth dipped 600 to 700 yards down to the water, reported ABC's Seattle affiliate KOMO, with trees and tons of dirt smashing into homes down below and wiping out a road. Somehow no one was injured. Harton said rescuers used ATVs to reach the home that had slid down the cliff. He said the residents had escaped before the cliff dropped. Of the 34 homes being evacuated, 17 are below the cliff and were isolated, cut off from the rest of the island by tons of rock, dirt, and trees, and wiped out the road as well as electrical and water connections, said Hardin. Islands County Sheriff Mark Brown said these residents of these homes are being evacuated by rescue boats to a temporary shelter. Another 17 homes on the top of the cliff are being evacuated as many residents lost portions of their waterfront property to the landslide, said Harton. Where the soil dropped, it forms a sheer cliff, said Brown. At the top of that cliff, you've got people's backyards that went from 60 feet to now 10 feet. Whidbey's Island is one of the two islands in Island County, Washington. The area is home to a mix of both year-long residents and vacation homeowners. Landslides are not a total uncommon event on the island, Harton said. Susan Berta, who lived on Whidbey Island for nearly 14 years, told ABCnews.com that the geology of the island is a constant, slow-moving, active landslide. Why would you put a home on it? Or a vacation home? When there's a lot of moisture and freezing and thawing, which we've been having, what happens is the water goes down the clay layers off the bluffs, and they become more liquid and just start sliding. Still, this is a major landslide. The street that the landslide impacted has sloughed off and slid pretty much off and on for the last 20 years, said Berta, who worked as a coordinator for an environmental program on the island that taught volunteers about the geology of the island bluffs and bluff erosion. It's not a surprise, but it slid, she said. To me, what's shocking is that so much went so fast. Berta said her friend's home on the cliff was impacted by the landslide, and she thinks he lost a considerable portion of his backyard to the event. She and other friends were trying to get together to help him clear out of the home. She said, I knew that someday something like this would happen, she said. I'm just shocked that so much of it went so quickly. And this comes from mainstream media news. I need more coffee this morning. Here's some videos for you, beloved, precious brothers and sisters. Oh, I love waking up with you guys in the morning. Yes, yes. I'm going to try to play this one video for you. That now I have this new laptop, and I have external speakers. I don't know if you can see that. Sometimes the audio is not great, but you will have the link. But let's give it a shot. Let's see if it'll pick it up. Here we go.
Upheaval in the earth today on a small island off the coast of Washington state. Residents say it began with a mysterious sound, almost like thunder, and then something terrifying. The earth seemed to crack open. ABC's Neil Karlinski is there. It was just before 4 o'clock in the morning when the slide hit with such force, homeowners thought it must be a massive earthquake.
I looked out and noticed that we had no more trees blocking the view and half of the yard was gone.
One home was swept away and nearly 3 dozen are now evacuated, but remarkably, no one was hurt. This is what it looked like before and now. People below had to be taken out by boat, some with just a handful of their possessions. These houses above are in danger too. You can see where it dropped off. They're evacuating this whole area right now. In fact, they're asking us to leave. Daniel Kurt lives above the slide and was told to grab what he can and get out. The hillside is still unstable. This is 250 feet long. If you look down there, it's probably 200 feet down. Her deck, which now overlooks the massive landslide, is occasionally shaking. I have my wonderful friends who came to my day. The island community north of Seattle is prone to landslides. In fact, geologists were examining this very bluff just one day earlier. Tonight, neighbors are just praying the hillside stabilizes before their homes go sliding off as well. Neil Karlinski, ABC News, Football Island.
All right, and I'm going to put the link to this below. I'm wondering what is really taking place with the ground. Was it Brazil? And landslides in China. Look up, brothers and sisters. It's about time to go home. Leave me comments, everyone. I love you very much.